What up YouTube, Nathan Heightz here, long time no talk. Today I'm making this video because I wanted to share with you guys, or better yet, I wanted to answer a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and it's actually a question that I've already answered in the past, but maybe some of you have not heard my answer, so I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate it. I'm going to tell you guys again. And that question is, why did I begin to study Spanish? Why Spanish, right? Because to be honest guys, Spanish is not my favorite language, right? But when I decided to learn Spanish, it was mainly for its usefulness where I live, right? I live in Southern California, I live in Los Angeles, the San Fernando Valley, and man, there's a lot of people who speak Spanish here. Everywhere you go, people speak Spanish. My whole block is probably 90% Spanish, 10% everything else, right? So this is like really what the United States is becoming. It's really becoming like a Spanish-speaking nation. You drive down the streets and there are tons of street signs written in Spanish. I can make a video showing you guys. But yeah, just a majority of my neighborhood is Spanish-speaking. A lot of the lower-class neighborhoods and a lot of the middle-class neighborhoods are now becoming Spanish-speaking neighborhoods, especially in Los Angeles. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually Mexican. My mom is German. Growing up, my mom never spoke Spanish, well, because she's German, and my dad did, but not to us because, well, he didn't want us to, or he didn't want our mom to not be able to understand us, right? I know it's dumb, but that's what they thought. So growing up, they didn't speak Spanish in the house, and also I don't really blame him because I don't really know how he would have. I mean, he could have spoken with us in Spanish, but really, children need to hear people having conversations, and he just couldn't do that with my mom. So growing up, we never spoke Spanish. I have family who only speak Spanish. I grew up a lot around my grandparents who speak minimal English, but honestly, we always got by on that, and we never really had to speak Spanish. Although growing up, I did know some words, like, I mean, I didn't know how to say them, but I understood them. For example, like when someone says, apaga la luz, baño, quieres comer, just the very basics, right? I ended up having a fiance, or I didn't just end up having a fiance, but I met a girl, and we started dating, and her family only speaks Spanish. She's literally first generation here. Her family and even her sister was not born here, so a lot of her family does not speak not one word of English. Well, actually probably one or two words, but that's, I don't want to overstate it, so they really don't speak English at all. So to communicate with them, I had to learn some Spanish. Even now, we still have some trouble, but I mean, it was all for its usefulness, right? So my journey began, I was working at a tattoo shop. I started with Pimsleur because a long, long time ago I studied Hebrew and I knew Pimsleur was a good program, and I listened to it, I got through it, and from there, once I started learning, I got hooked, and I really just wanted to make as much progress as I could. So I constantly studied every day until finally my hands gave out and I couldn't work. So there was a short period of time where I wasn't working and I had a lot more time to study, and I really took that time, those months that I was lost not knowing what to do with my life, to really just buckle down and study Spanish hard. And that's where I made the most progress. Nowadays, I don't study as much because I have the basics down. I can really give commands, I can take commands, and I can have some basic conversations as long as I'm leading them. But I wouldn't say that I'm 100% fluent yet. There's still times when I get lost in conversations, especially when I enter in the middle of the conversation. But that's basically why, guys. I apologize if this video was a little boring. I'm just right here. I'm chilling with my daughter. She's over there staring at me. See ya. And I just decided to make this video because I was looking at my channel and I saw that I hadn't uploaded in almost 7 days. Thank you, peace, and bye-bye.